All right, tell me what happened last time.
Well, it began with a bit of a ripple effect, we'll say, as Amalia, well, after her conversation with Lord Alos and everything that went down with that, decided to go off and have a drink, maybe a moment to relax after everything, informing Cassia, a bit too late for her to do much, that Scott wasn't going to be a part of the meeting that was being planned, and went off to go low profile, essentially, simply to just get away from everything that's been going on at the palace. While Jeff, on the other hand, everything's on the up and up for him, decided had a wonderful invitation, as he had new opportunities on the way, and well, decided to go meet the big wigs, I guess one would say. Hikmat, on the other hand, taking time to spread the word of her prophet, her Maudib, and the word of Lisan al-Ghaib to the people. Well, also had a surprise visit from Marcus, who wished to continue a nice little hangout time with them. Though he did let slip that Lord Alos wasn't going to be at this meeting that everyone was talking about, this meeting of the leaders and all that. Uh, well, Hikmat, with her new orders or new covenant now, what one would say, decided to make it her priority to go find Scott to ensure he gets there at the meeting at the very least before someone she knows enough that know that a leader not at a meeting like that would probably get him killed. And I had to say, sorry, but I can't make those plans. Marcus, I'm going to go find Lord Alos. And Marcus decided to help her with that as they went off to go and look for him. Though it was a bit difficult for Hikmat, eventually, with Marcus's help, they went to the brothels to hopefully, hopefully she was able to convince him. Though it became obvious that wasn't going to be the time of the place, essentially, as he seemed to be at a brothel, hanging out, of course, a place hidden with the best quality one could get, and was in the mood for conversation, mostly in the mood for drowning his sorrows and whoever would be there for a good time, essentially. Even when she tried to convince him, even when him acting suspicious about her care now, it seemed that was just not enough. And eventually ended with Scott saying, either you come here to have fun with me or you leave. But she decided to take her leave. And, well, they were at a nice place. There was rooms. Decided to spend time with Marcus there. As on the other hand, other side of that was Jeff, who was at a very awkward dinner, one would say. As not just world leaders, but many important faction leaders were there. Some that more likely needed Scots or Lord Alias to be there. At the very least, it was considered very improper. A lot of tense conversations, back and forth, backhanded petty arguments, one would say, accusations flying, and of course, only Cassia there with Lady Aeolus and everyone else trying to keep the peace, one would say. Even with the announcement of Jeff's upcoming marriage to his wife, Lady Victoria Helheim, who probably was not made aware of this and didn't really make a fuss, but probably was seething inside afterwards. Eventually, after a bit more bickering, and of course, even I believe Lady May Varnus basically being disgusted by the whole thing. Most of it involved with people leaving or taking hurt feelings and egos out of the way. As Jeff walked with his fiance now, who seemed to be cold and cordial, and he tried to find a compromise of working together. Like, this may not work out with romantic feelings, but we can find an equal use for each other. Not too sure that was the right thing to say or not at the end of the day. As Amalia, though, at the bar, enjoying a drink, trying to relax a bit more, trying to stay hidden, noticed, her Lord Alos coming in. A bit inconspicuous, but taking a seat, and not a bit after that, a woman taking a seat with them, and they just began to talk, chatting amongst each other. And even with her little impromptu leave of absence for a bit, she was still keeping an eye on things. And someone, of course, pointed that out, as she became obvious that this woman here was aware of her, and there were guards also with them. She seemed to make sure Amalia wasn't going to be a threat. Amalia, of course, decided to also talk with Lord Alos a bit, conversating about their own experiences, especially about Lord Alos's, what he lost in the war, the first wife he had taken from him so horribly, as well as other sacrifices this world demands of them, and of course, Scott probably not being too happy about everything that got them there. Now, Amalia tried to bring up she mentioned Jeff's upcoming nuptials and Acacia's plays, but Scott wasn't in the mood to hear such things, at least not right now. Eventually, it was May who decided to talk with her about a plan, about some way to take out Lord Alos's wife, that it was going to be a problem, and with her help, this could be done. And Amalia seemed to agree, realizing that changes needed to be made, whether Scott was a part of them or not. And the plan seemed to be that there were hunter-seekers around. She just needed to make an opening, make sure her shields were off, make sure that the target was vulnerable enough that an attack could be successful. As Amalia made her way to Lady Alos's place, using the comforting bond they've made of friendship and care, checking on her as she had, not a grand time at dinner, and seemed to have been a bit distraught with everything that's been going on in her life, probably, of course, with Scott as well. And, got close enough that she was able to turn the shield off. The Hunter-Seeker was deployed, and, before things became ahead, Amalia was grabbed by Lady Alos, who used her voice, her trump card, told her not to move, and she could not. She was forced to stay in place with the Hunter-Seeker pinning her shield. And Amalia seemed to be a bit surprised, as anyone else would be, as Lady Alos seemed more prepared for what's going to happen. Though, in the moment of time of her keeping Amalia put and trying to think of a way out of this whole situation, probably, someone came rushing in the room, and it was Lady Cassius, weapon in hand, as she attacked her cousin, ensuring that she would not make it out of this room alive. And Lady Alos, Althea, died by her cousin's hand. As, Hickmack, on the other end, having enjoyed her time with Marcus, things took a turn for fun to not so fun, as Marcus pulled a weapon on her and stabbed her. Surprised with her as a scuffle happened, and it ended with her killing him. Wounded, but having enough time to ripe his pockets to see a pressed and somewhat rumpled flower, a bluish flower. That was all he had on him, and the only answer to a couple of questions she probably had as she made her way out the room, wounded and hopefully getting care. And I think that's where it ended last.
I think Amalia, you were still in the room with Cassia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll pick up right there as she is sort of staring at you very calmly, but the knife is still in her hand.
Mina will a second or two will say, "My thanks, Lady Orpheus."
Let's leave the body here. We need to talk.
Should we do? Yes.
As we'll kind of throw the blade onto the body and begin walking back. As she'll kind of pull you into a nearby side room. It's empty. Probably used meetings right now in the middle of the night, quite unused, as she'll kind of as she closes the door behind you. Need an explanation for what happened before I give you mine.
Oh. Amelia will say, "I think I found another. Well, I don't think, I know I found another conspiracy. But I don't know their information. I don't know how far it extends. Need them to think that they can." We'll say, as I quickly scroll up, it's the Lady Vernius. She was the one that directed this, but she's not the head of the conspiracy. Merely the one that I met. Merely the member of it that I met.
Nods. Presume you have questions.
Amelia will say, ask. I could guess why you would want me to be alive, but why did you complete the assassination attempt?
Because you would have been dead if I just intervened and walked out that moment I stepped in. Half measures would have gotten both of us killed. Still might.
Amelia will nod as she'll ask, but she kind of like clear on the tone. She already knows the answer. It was the voice your cousin used then. Am I correct?
Probably so. She was a trained sister in secret. Sent here as a agent. My mother didn't even know about it. She just thought that I would receive education. But naive. Trusted her niece too much. Tell me, Amelia, what was your impression of my cousin up until this night? You have ever guessed she was a conniving woman? Manipulative, deceitful, trolling?
Amelia will actually say, to be honest, my thoughts of her were that there was some scheme or plan, but it had fallen apart. I thought that she was I thought that she had become genuine, so no, I suppose I might not have had the right grasp on her.
She played the neglected wife. I don't think Scott ever realized. I was part of that scheme. I was to play the role of a mistress. Pull the husband away. Each both work together. Shame him. Feel bad. Manipulate him. One of us failed, the other one push. He has his qualities. I don't think self-control was one of them. It's not when the threat is a pretty one.
You will nod, she'll say. I think he might be a tad bit more insightful than most give him credit for, but what he does isn't an act, it is who he is still.
It was never as compliant as she would have wanted. Always the spark of rebellion, ever so present. But at the end of the day, a soft touch and a soothing voice he always gave him. Me, to her, to others. As you can imagine, wasn't my wasn't my idea of a life. You're being forced into marriage. I don't want that anymore. Thought I was finally free. My late husband died. Here I was being put into a similar role once again. I suppose the only difference is I actually like Scott, but made certain things easier to stomach.
Mina will nod as she'll say, "Shush, yes." What's your thought now, your plan now? You said half measures will get us killed.
After you've secured the alliance with Lord Hades, I saw that as my way out. Alone I can't contend with the wrath of the Sisterhood. But Lady Vatnik got out, mate. So can I.
Think you might still be able to yet. Plan, the conspiracy I uncovered, and the conspiracy that I now think I've actually found the people who made it. The plan was to get you away, get your cousin out of the picture. I don't think that's just because they hated House Venom. They either knew or they had suspicions.
Well, the last year I've been particularly vocal. Why he and her had so many arguments. She was ensuring that Scott had no heirs. I realized that it's probably only a matter of time until they either kill him or I'm not really sure what they were waiting. 3 years is a long time. For these people, well, they think in longer spans. I assume the ascension of the new emperor put a wrench into quite a lot of schemes.
Mia will nod. I can only imagine that in such an uncertain universe that's been created, you'd want to tie as many loose ends as you can before you have to face someone like that.
They know that Scott would immediately assist Emperor Atreides. They know that House Hela would also support him. They're trying to erode that support, create uncertainty, capitalize on people's greed, make them think they can up a fight. That if enough people buy him, won't be able to win. Men's egos are quite a thing.
She'll nod at that. She'll say, if I could be bold, suggest you a course of action. This conspiracy, this spider's web, is the phrase the lady used to describe it. Against the sisterhood, but Lady Vodnik still lives on the planet, which he broke her ties. I don't think they have issues with individual sisters, just with the sisterhood.
The only reason they left her alone is because served any purpose or threat. I, on the other hand, just killed one of their agents and... well,
No question, but I have a question. When she says kill one of the agents, are you referring to her cousin?
yes.
She'll say, yes, but I imagine Lady Vodnik also had the protection of Daniel. She meant he had the protection of Dorian. She had the protection of Dorian. She had the protection of House Nix. And they have many fires. I imagine they have many fires to put out. We don't need necessarily to win. We need to outlast.
None of these
I
people,
think-
none of those people would protect me, Ilya. I know my reputation amongst certain noble factions.
Merely will say, then what will you do? What other allies do you have?
Honestly, it is just you right now. You decide to turn your back on me, well, might as well kill myself and painless.
I don't plan to do that. I know coming from me, it's might not sound like much. I'm asking you to trust me and take the leap with me. If they said it yourself, half measures will get us killed. This might still get you killed, but doing nothing will also get you killed. You'll just be certain of it. This gives a path, a chance.
You will make a case, maybe. My future husband. Listen. Otherwise, as it stands, I doubt you'll trust anything I say.
Amelia will nod and she'll say, I think I can make that case. As she'll say, the fact that you killed your cousin and then let me walk out of here, speak openly and honestly. There were many other things you could have done. So many things that could have unraveled them, their whole conspiracy, but you didn't do it. You're taking the gamble, you're taking the risk. I think right now, I don't think anyone's in a secure enough position to turn down a potential ally.
I suppose if you trust Lady Votnik, you can easily verify my statements. Had quite more training. Be able to sift lies from.
Yeah, we'll just say Daniel trusted her. That will go a long way for Dorian.
Send some letters and I would personally travel. Make my case.
Neil will say, I have a report to give, and I think I have a case of my own to make as well.
She nods. I'll figure out cover up. Still have plenty of loyal agents in the castle here.
She'll nod, she'll say. Yeah, she'll nod, she'll just say. Someone will be found.
She'll nod and she'll say, be careful. Matea had plenty of agents that never told me about. Don't trust anyone.
Neil will just give a bit of a laugh at that, as she'll say, I'm ahead of you on that account.
There is something I am concerned about, which I will reveal to you now. Scott, he was with him plenty of times. So I know from experience how vulnerable he can get when he is in bed. I fear he may have been pushed in certain directions by her. I wouldn't trust not even his own servants.
I stare at the camera. Amelia will nod, she'll say, suppose we'll have to clean house soon enough.
I'll nod. But yeah, no, listen, Amelia, this how how is I'm not sure if you want to say anything else to her.
No, I think the conversation's pretty done there.
How is Amelia's like reaction to all of this? How because it's apparently things were way worse than I think you imagined. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually worse. It's like it's still in the same ballpark of I imagine the what the spy network was thinking, but like yeah, this is a lot worse. So it's clearly a concern because yeah, there's clearly concern. This is a much more active threat than we were giving it credit for. I think there's also some clearly sense of agency. This
I'm not
nearly,
sure if your opinion of Cassia has shifted.
yes, Amelia was being very careful not to let it slip, but yes, there is sympathy, a sort of understanding of either being compelled to or choosing to live a false life. So I don't think, yeah, I think her opinion has definitely shifted more towards sympathetic rather than just pragmatic.
Listen, when the Bene Gesserit are like, no, this is your job. Fucked up with the last guy. There's no more. Everyone gets a second chance, but that's it. What the fuck?
But yeah, definitely much more positive than what it was before. Yeah, but also yeah, don't trust all of Scott's agents. Step
Yeah.
camera.
This is truly a big fat L planet for the Bene Gesserit. One day.
The Bending Desert looking at the dice rolls. That was a fucking complication. That's a fucking complication. What the fuck do you mean this fucks me over? That was a complication.
Well, listen, if you succeeded, you would have just been able to like cruise sail this complication. It was just listen. Now there's no way to not include, because otherwise, if you just succeeded fully, should have been oblivious, and you could have maneuvered around her.
Nah, I am detecting hints of the Dorian complications in this one. As it turns out, well, what if instead we just fuck up the Bene Gesserit by killing their loyal agent, then turning their other agent against them? I think that fucks them over more.
This is truly the planet of Chads. God. But no.
This is a planet with this planet is the planet of the prime. This is where the pragmatic, rational genotype was stored.
Because yeah, Dorian would have had more power if he could just like take her stuff and run the show, but like this, power will still be divided.
Well, the good thing is Amelia doesn't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Amelia doesn't necessarily think that's a bad thing.
Yeah. Listen. I'm not sure if you have anywhere you want to go, anything you want to do before I kick off the next thing.
Nothing in particular, because she would be going right to report to the lady Vernius.
Yes, well, as you're on your way out the palace, there's a bit of a kerfuffle. Well, one of the guards is like, really? God, okay, bring her to the palace, have her testify, recover the body, make sure nothing happens to it. Oh, goes to the other guy. Has no one seen the Lord Commander? This is, oh my. They're like in a panic.
I think hearing that, like, Amelia's gonna ask, what has happened?
Oh my god.
It's too late now. You're fucked. You're doomed. It's too late.
You've been kidnapped already.
She's not even really here.
She's not
actually doomed.
She's disconnected.
Just like a fucking deer standee.
Cardboard cut out of him.
Okay, I'm on one of the olive. Okay.
Nah, listen, stay. I'm just gonna add like 2 threat because you were late. Uh,
That's wonderful. I'm smelling experience, baby.
I, I had to survive an assassination attempt at work. Someone tried to Looney Tunes me with an anvil.
can't
I
believe it.
tried an attempt on my life. As you know, when I was shot 17 times.
Mac fighting Bugs Bunny on the way home.
Well, the first mistake is fighting Bugs Bunny. That's never a winning scenario. You gotta play into the joke.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As the guard was like, Lady Black. There's been an incident. One of the brothels in town. Apparently, Captain Marcus is dead. The Fremen woman. She's the one that killed him. There was a fight. Claims he attacked her. Was wounded in the incident, but don't know much.
As Amelia will just say, right? Like you said, bring her here. Be careful with her. She is the Emperor's representative. I'll find the Lord Commander. Don't worry.
He'll not. Yeah, no, listen, you can go find Scott and Vernius. As yeah, you'll find them at the same place. Scott is well inebriated at this point. And like look at you. Ah, it's late, you're back.
Yes, I normally wouldn't come back and ruin the fun, but I should inform you. There was an assassination attempt on the Fremen.
Excuse me?
One of your... What are they? The Wind Guard? Had a... Yeah. I was going to say, like, that's kind of that... I will say the mispronunciation should be intentional.
I see.
Tried to kill her, and she claimed she defended herself. I believe Marcus it was.
Makes no sense. Why would...
If I could be so bold, my lord, my commander. You know that there are people who can wear others' faces. It doesn't need to make sense, but I would suggest you sober up and get back, because she is going to be brought in for questioning, and... Well, just because they failed to kill her in the open doesn't mean they'll fail to kill her privately.
Right, let me just roll for this man. See how well he's. While they were joking about his lack of self-control, but that's in a very specific kind of scenario. Yeah, he'll get up for like a second as he like sort of like has to balance himself on the table, and like you'll see him sort of like he's walking, but he's having the like drunken walk where you like go to each side and it's very swingy.
There's a walk I'm very familiar with.
Um, May will kind of stand up as well. Any assistance?
So Amelia will say to her, but she'll whisper this to her so Scott doesn't hear it. Job is done, but should tell you there was an development. The only reason it succeeded was because Cassia intervened and killed her cousin.
Happened.
She used the... Lady Elios used the voice.
Karai's
and
gonna
forced
go.
me. That's forced me to stay in front of the Seeker, but Lady Cassie intervened and slit her cousin's throat.
Yeah, you'll see how like her eyes kind of go wide at this shit. It's much more concerning than I thought.
Yes, the Sisterhood is active on this world, but when it comes to the two cousins, I think Atea was much more loyal than Cassia was. I think the only thing that stops her from breaking away completely is a fear that she'll die regardless.
Odds. I assumed they were. I assumed the Bene Gesserit had more friends here. I just didn't assume they would have they would have sisters. Or amongst the nobility. Which like kind of like rubs her temples a bit. I will. Was the face dancer threat you made just to distract them, or is there any validity? How many conspiracy groups do I have to worry about here?
Then she'll say that was just to distract him. And in fact,
Because
I think
swear to God, if Mirlat is involved in this, I'm gonna skin him myself.
no, but he might be a convenient patsy. I think Marcus was Elita's man. Elita was alone with Scott often enough to influence him. And it's possible that some of his men were actually differing loyalties.
I'll nod. Make preparations on my end. Those of any evidence that we may have left behind. Lady Orpheus supporting this, I suppose there's less to worry.
Mila will nod and she'll say, "That's worth Lady Orpheus is willing to be questioned by the Lady Vodnik. She should be able to. Well, she should have a better ability to verify the truthfulness of her statements. For sincerity.
She'll grimace a bit, says, well, I understand your willingness to trust. I would rather not rely on another Bene Gesserit to validate one of her sisters. I'll make my own conclusions.
Understand that, but I will state that for what it's worth, the former custodian trusted Lady Vodnik, and that trust will go a long way for other people.
Yes, I'll
on the
also
planet.
inform you that the custodian is the one that, well, to my knowledge, arranged the marriage with Thea. Nobody's perfect. It's very easy to mistake some of these snakes for actual people. They wear the skin so well.
So Mila will just say, just take care to remember that his shadow still lingers upon the people who believed in him.
I'm not
And
denying his achievements. I am merely putting it to light that no one is infallible. If I thought he was incompetent, I wouldn't have donated a shield generator to his cause.
she'll nod at that.
I'll say this, for a while I admire his well, certain methodologies he employed, rather curious situation. Looking at his nephew, clearly he was lacking human relationships department, and that is where the Bene Gesserit will strike first. That's the game they are best at.
Amelia will just say, from what I heard of the man from those who knew him, he was a goal-oriented man, above all else. He did not think much of people who suffered, if it meant the better outcome. I don't say that to criticize him, but I do think he deliberately let things to the wayside that he did not see as valuable.
He nods. I don't think Lord Commander would have been so easily tricked if he understood, I suppose, women and people better. I've never seen a man so devoid of genuine human connections.
I should not read chat. Amelia will say, it's not a fulfilling life, no. You work on it from your end, I'll work on it from mine. At the very least, we know who she is. If this is just more deceit, we'll be able to plan for it.
They'll take her leave. Presumably you'll head back to the palace. Deal with the Hikmat situation.
Yes.
Listen here, Mac. I never said he didn't try, it's just that she said no.
I see. He missed a shot. I see it.
Is this a face answer ploy? No, I don't think it is. Go talk to Hikmet. So this was absolutely a face answer ploy.
Mirlat fucking... Oh, but I thought working with the Bene Gesserit would be better. Fucking... Fuck.
I thought they're winners.
Fucking loser.
But you fool. The Bene Gesserit didn't lose because they didn't have enough screen time last game. Now they have all the screen time.
But I have no screen time also. Why am I losing?
Yeah, but you're also, not as competent as them, so...
Listen, the problem is, what can we do? The new Emperor hates us both. We have to unite. Work together.
The Bene Talaxu privately revealing, oh yeah, we made our own God King. He killed himself, though. The Bene Gesserit completely not, that flying right over their heads is you guys just suck. Our God King wouldn't kill himself.
Listen, once the Bene Gesserit learn about the breeding tanks, I don't think they'll be friends too long. Nobody knows about the breeding tanks yet.
Where are your women, by the way? How do you look at curiosity, Mr. Benetalaxu?
Listen, Just don't send them away on missions. But the faith dancers, they have no sex.
I won't say it. No.
But yeah, no. Hikmat, as you are after they sort of give you some first aid and patch you up slightly, will be leading you to the palace, as you'll have an armed escort with you. You're gonna be taken into the palace, like the audience room, where Amelia is gonna be there, and well, you'll see like you'll see Scott sort of sitting on the chair. He has a very it's a very philosophical pose, you could say, where he like kind of like his face is like kind of looking downwards. His like hand is holding his head. Looks like he is deep in thought.
Philosophical, you say?
Yeah.
Very funny.
Looks
gotta
like
hide
he
the
is
drunkenness.
he is in a lot of pain thinking so much. Actually, like his head is hurting.
His
Me
brain
when
is just too full.
when I try not to fall asleep at the fucking meeting.
There's a raised eyebrow, yes.
Listen, I'm gonna. I did this. Just add here on your wounded.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna go away immediately.
I don't get like a cool back to tank. Damn.
No.
Walk with a bent lax, then you would.
That's true.
Yeah, I know. I gotta talk to them.
They have tanks.
This is gonna heal me, right? Yeah, sure, definitely. Absolutely. Get
Listen,
there.
we'll kill you and we'll spawn in like a copy of you.
With the exact same, we promise.
But yeah, Emilia, Scott's trying to his best to not look super drunk right now.
Amelia will assist with that by taking the lead on the conversation. So, Hikmat, walk me through what's happened. Pretend like I do not know anything.
Well, at the very least, to start off with. Well, was that before or after he decided to kill me, or?
Everything leading up to the attempted murder and the immediate aftermath.
Marcus had visited me. I was doing my good work. Wanted to indulge, as one does, as we had been doing. Though he gave me news of Lord Alos's departure from some meeting or other, not to be found. I took it upon myself to go and find him, and Marcus helped me with that. We met at one of their brothels, a very fancy one, I believe. Sorry to say, am I allowed to say that? Or am I allowed to say I saw you naked? She kind of looks at Scott when she says that.
He like kind of like raises his like face slightly. Most confused look you've ever seen him. Where was this?
Does she remember the name of the brothel, or did it not have a name because they were being secretive, Grunt?
Listen, I don't. They wouldn't advertise it, so
Hmm.
unless you would have asked, I don't think.
I was just told as something that many nobles go to when they want to keep secrets, mask and all that. Very dagger and cloak.
Would Amelia know that place?
No, again, because the problem is there's a lot of them, and they don't advertise their names unless you like ask, like the sort of matron, right? The problem is she never asked, so she doesn't. She described it
Yeah.
just a brothel. All of them are secretive and kind of cater to people who don't want them to be known that they're attending there. As unfortunately though, or rather fortunately, like Scott was in a completely different fucking district. Like that's it.
Yeah, more.
So there's no like mistaking it. It's a completely like
Yeah.
different part of the city. She went to like the district where the illicit shit happens, Scott was in the district, or like there's like the small theaters, comedy clubs, and other shit that's kind of like serve as an entertainment
Yeah.
district.
Amelia will say, unless Lord Commander has a twin, a perfect, identical twin I'm aware of, Hikmat, no, you did not meet him.
She looks confused, but she narrows her eyes a bit. Very well, I did not meet him. We did not converse. We did not talk. Did not, well, it was a very tense conversation after he made it very known he wasn't happy about it.
I have a
Hikmat, I think you met him, Hikmat.
No. See, I have a more important question. I'm sorry to interrupt this, Amelia. You say you saw my how long? How like
You were with another woman there. We talked for, I believe, 20, 30 minutes? It wasn't too long.
it's long enough to see the size of my dick.
Hikmat, play along with his game because I spoke with him at the same time halfway across the city. That's what I mean by you didn't meet him.
Well, this is very concerning then.
Also, I just need to know if they got the measurements right. I think that's important.
Would you like me to try to take a ruler out and see if I remember the size?
You can gesture with your hands, surely.
The joke, Hikmat, actually, yes, do that because I don't know how perfect they make their copies.
Yeah. She does like a shrug. She does like the thing with her hands. Let's say about maybe this. Does that seem right?
Found the weak spot, Amelia. Can't believe this.
I suppose the Bene Talaxi are not known for their powers of physical persuasion.
No, you misunderstand, Amelia. It means I've never fucked one of them, because they would know. Continue. He like relaxes a bit. He's like,
Amelia will just say small victories.
And intellectually, is a great thinker, a great philosopher, one might say.
Amelia, as she says that, she's thinking in her mind, that's thank God.
He's actually right. He's right though. It's actually good that Pentalaxa didn't sleep with him. He's actually right though.
At the very least, the conversation didn't go much, well, anywhere really. I took my leave. Marcus suggested we stay here and enjoy our little planned fun, and it was a nice place. So I said yes. Should I describe what happened in the bedroom, or can I skip that part?
Skip to the part where you got stabbed.
Very well. In the middle of, he pulled out a knife, and I didn't realize this at first. The pain was the first reaction before I rolled off a bit. It wasn't enough time to think or to talk. I reacted, using my own, his weapon against him and taking him out immediately. It had seconds, mostly. I only had enough time to, look through his items before I had to get out of there. I had to find some way to deal with the wound. The only thing he had on him was a blue flower, pressed, cared for, but that was it. Nothing else to give me any clue or idea what it was, and I'll be honest, it threw me off completely. I thought we were having a good grand time.
flower. He like kind of like pats his kind of like pockets, and he like pulls one out, and it's like similarly made, sort of still pressed and encased in like this very beautiful crafted. I don't want to call it like a glass container, but like almost like a pendant, like a big one. Meant like as a sort of almost like a brooch, basically. I found the word now in my mind, in my head. So kind of like show you the thing and say, like this.
I assume it looks
Yes.
similar to what she.
It's pretty much the same.
Just not as destroyed. Yes, like that.
Just slumps back in the chair, a dejected look on his face.
And exactly what does this flower mean? And
My wife gave it to me years ago. Symbolize love. He imported them from off-world and had a small garden of them.
he kind of glances at Amalia a bit. I am sorry then.
I think it's I think the plot's coming together in my head.
Don't. I need a moment. I still kind of like get up and head for one of the large sort of balcony doors.
Yeah, so Molly will just watch as he goes, and she'll say, "Never thought those two groups would work together."
I presume the face dancers then are working with something just as worse.
They are Hikmat, and I'll take a risk telling you it, but I think you should know. You were almost the victim of a conspiracy between the Benen Gesserit and the Benen Talaxu, I believe.
Aye. Witches and monsters then. I feel so special.
Yes, what would your emperor do if you died here?
Not good.
What? I would not presume, but at the very least, not well for anyone here.
Yes, I do think the plot's coming together in my mind. One side lost, one side got shut out of influence. Oh, I think Azar is a wonderful place to test the waters on a alliance of convenience.
Well, you have enemies at your gate, and it seems rot in your court as well. Will there
Yes,
be...
she'll say some of it's already been cleared away, and what's left will be taken care of. They've made the fatal mistake. They fired the first shot, and they didn't kill us.
Very well. If I know I'm wounded, but my blade is still sharp, if you are in need of it to deal with this rot.
Now you should rest. This is a war that's going to be fought far more subtly than what you might be used to.
Shadows. Yes, that's probably for the best. When you bring it to the light, let me know then. I don't want to bumble into things. Though, I believe we all have our duties. If you'll excuse me, with your permission, I presume, I will check on your leader. Ish.
Go check on him. I would do it, but he appreciates me for my abilities. He doesn't much like my personality.
Well, at the very least, you have a fine form, so I thought that'd be one of the most important things, but you do have a sharp wit. Sharper than any blade, I think.
Thank you for the compliment. I say as I shove Red into the bear trap.
Thank you,
In
Zaz.
there.
Get there. She will nod to Amalia and make her way.
Yeah, you'll find him sort of on the balcony ledge, just kind of staring at the thing.
Please don't tell me you're going to jump off. I would hate to have to go after you.
Hmm. Don't I don't want to do anymore.
Well, the mate has betrayed you in the worst way possible here, it seems, and you have enemies all around every corner.
Trained for you. Shared drinks. Shared stories.
The one thing I know about the witches here, or anywhere really, is that they are conniving and shape-shifting and
Kind of like has
do
a
whatever.
little double takes. Witches. Talking about.
Hmm. Your spy master has told me that it seems both groups seem to be working with each other. The dancers and the witches.
The Bene Gesserit are involved? How?
I do not know. I am not the one in the know.
Wait, you're not implying that my wife is a.
I'm going to be honest, I don't really know your wife. I don't know anything about her other than the fact that right now that you are on a ledge dealing with the fact that this may go deeper than any betrayal that you've experienced. And, well, I have a stab wound, so I'm trying to be a shoulder. I don't think I'm doing a good job of it.
I need to speak with her. Like, kind of battles past you. As Amelia, you will see him like walking by Hikmat back into the throne room. I'm not sure if you can say anything, Hikmat.
Ugh. Well, at the very least, she was going to try to talk with Scott, but it seems he has a new fire going on.
Yeah, he's gonna shout at the spy master. Says, Amelia, just get my wife here. There's a Bene Gesserit plan, and you didn't think I should know? Just get my wife here. She has to answer for.
So Amelia will nod. She'll say, "It is not something I knew about for very long, but I'll get her."
Yeah, he'll just sit back on the chair, fucking staring at his own fucking pendant. Listen. Want to the word coordinate Cassia, you can find her around.
Yeah, Amelia will. Amelia will. Unfortunately, Cassia, the feminine, is a complete fucking moron.
Listen, man, you didn't tell me not to tell him.
Fucking moron.
I did not mean for this to happen.
Known for their secretive nature.
Uh,
No, she'll leave. I'm not sure, Hikmat, if you want to talk. You are alone with him right now.
it seems I have made a mistake. Maybe it might be best if I make myself scarce in this one.
Listen, no. Honesty is never gonna be a mistake with me. This is my wife is. Tell me, how much of an idiot do I look like right now?
You look like a man who's had a hangover, at the very least.
So tell me, how did the face dancer represent me? Is it convincing at the very least?
I'll be honest, I do not know you well enough to be able to tell the difference. He made vulgar comments, said he wished to fuck me. I sadly had to turn him down, and I took my leave. Played the bitter and annoyed and very upset about anyone interrupting his fun.
Suppose that's two women that turned me down tonight. Must be.
I'm sure you'll have a large number of pickings to go through. It seems, well, romance and sex are a good way to kill someone, at least on this planet.
Quite so. Very hard to fuck with shields on.
True enough. What do you wish to do with your wife?
And an explanation and the bottom of maybe she was just being set up. I can imagine her orchestrating something like this. Bene Gesserit?
Maybe. Maybe she is a victim in all this, and maybe she is a mastermind behind it all. Like I said, all I have are stories and children's tales and warnings, masterminds and all of that.
Suppose I only met one Bene Gesserit in my life, and she was no seducer. My reference point might be even worse than yours.
It feels targeted for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, at the very least, there is much going around with your palace, much more than I would have thought. Listen, she did.
She'll nod. Say, maybe. That's the sad part is the only thing on my mind right now is how they do. And if she was trying to kill me, I was a shit husband, I suppose.
Maybe. What if she is... Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
He'll continue. I always thought no, I was about to say something, but then I thought about your situation and I realized I should make such an uncouth comment.
You can make your uncouth comment if you wish. I'm not so easily heartbroken.
Previously, I thought only a woman could take you to bed while planning to backstab you, but might just be a Bene Gesserit. They're men.
Possibly. It is a sound tactic and the easiest way to get the job done. If he had succeeded, then he could have easily left and no one would ask him any questions.
Should pass along some advice I've received recently. Stop falling for pretty faces.
But they have the most fun, at the very least.
I know.
Maybe here on this planet.
Trust me, I know.
Seeing as there's so much going around, then I will be bored here more than usual then.
I suppose getting stabbed was not enough adventure for you.
Getting stabbed is fine enough, but I do have a mission, a job I have to see done. I can't do that if I'm dead. And Amalia did point out one thing for sure. If I die in such a way, well, my people back home would never let me live it down. My spirit will walk with shame. I can just hear the ribbing now.
Suppose armed escort for you it is.
Nah, I don't think I need that type of babysitting. I'm no child.
Your side of your torso says differently.
It will heal with time. These are not the worst wounds I've sustained.
It's not negotiable.
Are you saying that as Lord Commander?
Doesn't matter. Whichever angle you try to pull at me, I won't be swayed.
She kind of was gonna say something, but she stopped herself and she grumbles a bit. Very well. I will attest by, well, I abide by your rules here.
Well, Amelia, you leave. You'll find Cassia sort of speaking to a couple of the palace's servants. They quickly will part. They turns to you. Happened.
The Fremen has prompted the Lord Commander to want to see his wife.
She kind of like looks a bit. Why?
Admit it is my fault. I revealed a bit to the Fremen, and they immediately revealed it to Scott.
She'll sort of grimace a bit. I can. Do something about this?
Unfortunately, we don't have a choice now. So let's do it.
I'll nod. As yeah, I might you'll see the doors open as Amelia walks in with Cassia. Just kind of glares at Cassia. It's like, last I checked, this wasn't my wife. Cassia will kind of like take a more aggressive stance and say, "No, but you sure fuck me like yours." As Scott just kind of like was gonna say something, but just kind of like stops dead in his tracks. Is this really the time to pick a fight? And she's like, yes. Long overdue, in fact. Your suspicions are true. My cousin was working for the Bene Gesserit and has been probably manipulating you for years. It's kind of like she said, that's it's impossible. That's Cassia will take a couple of steps towards him and will say, why don't you forget about tonight's turmoil and let me take your mind off of things. And I'll discuss this tomorrow when we're well rested and not so tense. You'll see him like visibly mellow out slightly. He just 18 and a 20. You're fucked, Scott. As yeah, he just sort of just completely like all the anger, everything just kind of like dissipates. And he's like, yeah, no, you're right. As he like gets up, she's just gonna backhand him. He like kind of like recoils from that a bit. What's wrong with you? she's like, this is how she manipulated you for years. You mess with my mind? Your mind, your body. Not sure how much she let it, but every time you went to appease her, get the feeling it wasn't just through words and gifts. Like, sort of almost like instinctually it says, yeah, she told me it was a husband's. Fuck. See, I just slumps back into the chair, like completely demoralized. She has been toying with your head for years, Scott. It's not your fault. And how do you know this? How this? What's your relationship with all of this? Where is my wife? And she like just cuts him off. Dead. I killed her. Tonight. He just kind of like goes wide-eyed. Why? There was a conflict between her and Lady Black, and ready to remove your spy master. Maybe the one person who has been advising you correctly.
Amelia will actually speak up. If you ask why I didn't tell you, Lord Scott, I only found out 2 hours ago.
She tried to kill you? Then
Used the voice. She used the voice. Locked my whole fucking body down.
sorry, I've been well, I suppose maybe the Benetalaxu envoy will come in tonight and also explain how I'm the biggest idiot on the planet. I suppose. Just kind of like throws the glass container he was, and just kind of just falls on the floor.
So Amelia is actually going to say. Amelia's actually going to say. She'll get a bit closer. She'll say. Yes. Yes, you were in fact deceived by a group of people trained to be the best deceivers in the galaxy, in the whole universe. She'll say plenty of people have been deceived by them. The question isn't how do you feel about that? The question is, what are you going to do about that? Because, Lord Commander, your planet is very much actively under threat. From the Talaxu, the Bene Gesserit. Enemies I believe your family has made. And grudges, I think that they would be quite willing to burn this planet down if they could settle.
First, send a scour the city. See if you can find this face dancer. She kind of like looks at Cass and says, "Anything real?" Those matters to my lord, or the more pleasant assignment I've had to. Say, Ilya, I give you full authority tonight and tomorrow to deal with the situation as you see. I need to drink myself to sleep. He like gets up and starts walking away.
Amelia will just nod at that.
As Cassia will kind of breathe a bit. Didn't get violent.
That concerns me. He's gotten violent before. When a man's first reaction is usually bravado or violence, does not use either of those, it does not bode well for where he is.
I think thinking you are loved by two women, only to be told that neither of them cares for you and been played for years. The crush any ego-driven person. I think it's an improvement that he's looking for a bottle, not another companion for the night.
She'll nod. Some of us have to hit rock bottom before we build something new.
I will continue with preparations tonight. By morning, everything's covered up at the. I don't have high hopes to find a face dancer in the city, but at the very least, we might be able to gain more insight on the Lord Commander's other activities.
Jill nods. Yeah, Amelia will nod. The face dancer is likely long gone, but the master is still here. And whatever assets they made use of on this planet are still here.
Nod says, in the morning, inform Lord Hala about this. Don't try to lie to the man, he is quite perceptive.
Amelia will nod. I will be forthright and honest with everything I know.
I shall turn to you, Hikmat, and say, might be best if you stayed inside for a while. Quite dangerous.
Your lord has informed me. I won't go looking for trouble.
Kind of narrows her eyes a bit, but like nods and turn around and take her leave.
Hikmet, I hope you have a good night.
You too as well, Lady Blackwell. Happy hunting and all that.
She'll give a nod as she leaves.
Yeah, presumably, you'll eventually both go to sleep unless there's something else you want to do. I'm not saying it.
Does he have?
The Lord
God.
Elliot is vulnerable like that. Like, you could swoop in like
He
a
is.
hunting bird.
And you were honest to him, like he appreciates you.
He probably
So,
has the good stuff too. Yeah, she's gonna go. She's not gonna get in trouble. She's just gonna go check on him
and
and
he
maybe
knows
take
that,
a drink.
yeah, you didn't lie to her, unlike all these other snakes around him.
Zaz, dude, I tell you,
I
like, I'm
think
so
I'm here
sorry.
revealing. I found out about it 2 hours ago, dude. I don't think that I had an opportunity to tell you in which you were state ready to listen.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah,
Sorry, I've concluded you're a snake.
I don't think that's what happened at all.
Listen, you can there's two guards sort of outside his chambers as kind of look at you, give you a nod, and open the door for you. Walk in. See him sort of leaning against the window, kind of watching the distance. Smell
there a-
wine in the room.
Is there any more anywhere? I'll make myself a glass immediately.
Yes.
So we've moved on from sitting on the ledge to now leaning on it. So I think that's a step up.
Those.
Well, I'm here to make sure you're okay.
Laugh a bit. Fine.
That's good. It looks like a war is coming to your doorstep again. You must prepare for it in your own way, I presume.
So, my uncle always heard that.
Sounds like a smart man, at the very least.
He was much smarter than me.
Well, now that you know at least some of the rules has been lifted from your eyes, you must feel some type of way about the whole thing.
He'll nod. Suppose living in an illusion, even a pleasant one, is not good for one's health.
Simple comforts can be used to cloak so many things.
Wonder was everything, even good and bad.
Well, at the very least, now that you know the truth, you can figure that out with time. Well, once this whole mess is done with.
Gonna chuckle a bit. Well, if you ever wanna learn the real size, you'll let kind of winks.
I'll keep that in mind. I believe, well, there's also the problem with, your wind people. Yes, your wind peer person, Marcus. Did in fact stab me. I feel like there should be, I don't know, what do you people do when that happens? Repercussions? Do I get like a castle?
Suppose you have my eternal sorrow. Apologies.
It sounds like bullshit.
Kinda dead. I can't really.
Well, he is kind of dead. He was a good fighter, though.
He's gonna nod and he said, after upsetting many women in my life, there's only one way I know how to apologize, and well, he shut me down several times by now, so I get the point. Unfortunately, I am out of options.
Oh, now you have to find new options. You have all the riches on this planet. I presume there's some way you can show apologies without it involving your dick.
Suppose I could buy you a... Do you like jewelry? Flowers?
That cake. I want another piece of that.
They'll kind of like chuckle and nod. They don't ship for just about anyone, so quite the exclusive
Which is-
club.
I'm sure if the king of a planet asks for cake, they can give you cake. You can make it work.
I think it's because I am friends with the owner. Otherwise, I don't think they would serve even the emperor.
Well, then it will be a very delicious cake when I take a bite.
I'll nod, smile. Thank you.
He Well, I'm actually extorting you for cakes. I'm not sure if you should thank me yet. But I will say, I know it may sound foolish now, but the pain you feel will pass with time. All wounds heal.
I hope you're right.
I am. Just can't see it yet.
I am trying to think. If there's any way I can kill the battle Axu master. Cause
There
a
are
bit
many
of a,
ways.
cause a bit of a diplomatic incident if I just execute him. No. Again. Who am I really pissing off? I don't think they like me anyways.
That's true. The thing about most monsters is that killing them isn't hard. It's making sure they don't get back up that's the problem. The way your people fight is with shadows and subtle words and movements. I am not good with either of those things, but I can probably kill a man in public if you wish for it.
This clearly we're working together. Emperor's representative, you know. Now I will say this will not do wonders for a reputation. I don't think you are looking to appease to the nobles regardless.
I will be honest, nobles were never the thing I was caring about in any faction. But at the very least, if you kill your prey before you have a chance to capture it fully, then you may lose something more valuable.
I want him dead.
Should you not ask your advisors first? Is that how? Yes, your council.
Kind of like puckers his lips a bit and says, "No, I'm feeling a bit reckless tonight."
Very well. If I kill him, then you're gonna have to deal with the fallout.
Gonna make sure they don't find his body.
She takes another drink of the wine before placing it on the balcony.
Also say,
Then it will be done.
I don't think, if you think about it, was working the Bene Gesserit undermine our emperor.
He was.
Honestly, you voice your disagreements to that. What you saw was a face dancer, and eyewitnesses can confirm that. It will only be a matter of time until we find exactly the brothel you were at.
That is true. Very well then. This, well, he dies tonight then.
He'll nod.
She gives one last nod before presumably taking her leave to get the job done.
Yeah. Listen, you would have been told where his quarters are. As luckily, the guards are gonna just well, take a bathroom break at the appropriate time. Well, kind of like walk into his room as he's gonna like wake up looking a bit who's that? What's going on?
Cleaning out the rot, as she will just go and kill him, not waste any time.
As yeah, listen, you can give me a battle roll. Only difficulty one.
Gotcha.
Kill this geriatric old man.
I will kill this geriatric old man.
Unfortunately, he wasn't designed for combat, so oh yeah. He like kind of gets up and like goes to like grab his shield as you just faster onto him as your blade plunges deep in between the ribs, straight in the heart, as he just kind of falls a bit. Yank out the blade and he just is dead, bleeding out.
Yeah. She'll presumably take her leave without much fanfare.
Listen, you'll you can give me a discipline roll. Observe, I think, but
Okay. I will say I have the constantly watching,
yeah,
which
this
gives
isn't. I don't think this isn't a threat to you though.
okie dokie.
This is just
Understand.
see if you've noticed some people.
Gotcha.
Successes. Okay, so as listen, as you're walking out, you will be able to spot. It's very subtle. There's a figure moving in the shadows down the hallway. Well, there's not that much light. Clearly, somebody has noticed you.
Will she be able to catch up with that, or are they just gone?
Probably.
She just
Well,
noticed.
you can say you give me a swift roll, move.
Gotcha.
Swift does apply here.
Gotcha. Is it right if I buy one threat to make get a
Yes.
3 dice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you go. Yeah.
Thank you. Dad, damn it.
You know what? Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Second to think, because this is potentially a very funny moment. I can find a picture. Cube and him both rolled complicated, so I think it should be a compounding effect. Should take so long? Strikes my fancy. But do you have any good pictures?
Of what exactly are you looking for?
I need the gruff looking type.
Gruff? Let's
Yeah.
see. Male or female?
Male.
Gotcha.
Ah, never mind. I found my cow.
Ah, gotcha.
You know.
Like, are we talking like a bull, or are we talking like a temple sacrifice? What kind of cow are we talking about?
So I suppose that depends to be seen. Listen, I'm gonna post 2 pictures. I'll let people vote on them. There's a bit of gruffness, but they're not like a fighter. Which one strikes you as a wrong place, wrong time kind of guy?
Yeah, if you're going for gruffness but not a fighter, the first image definitely carries
Yeah.
that a lot more.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I don't know, maybe it's the scars and bloodstain on the other guy, but that guy looks much more like a I will fight you.
Yeah.
Listen, this
He looks more refined.
is also kind of good.
Oh, what is that old man doing here? Get him out of here. He's gonna break something.
Can't believe, Fred, are you being...
Honestly, that looks much more like courtier intrigue guy.
Yes.
Gets unlucky, caught by Fremen, get fucked, loser.
That's yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna. So okay. So it sounds like third one is the correct one.
Yeah.
I know why you wanted to say no, Red. I know you.
What do you mean?
Done with me. Trying to deflect her own age.
It's more. I was more concerned for his well-being because that looks like a man who was not supposed to be here. I agree
Listen.
with that part.
Listen,
Are you gonna kill him?
yeah, you as you go
No.
around, and you kind of stumble into someone. You see like an older man, probably mid to late 30s. My apologies.
Well, this has just not been your night, has it?
I don't. Excuse me?
Just talking to myself. I sorry to. I assume I walked into him, or did I scare him at all? Basically.
Yes, you rushed around the corner and kind of bumped into him.
Yeah. I did not mean to cause you alarm.
Quite all right. It's just well, coming back from a late evening. Had some commotion. Probably not my business. Sure that everything was all right.
Can I get a feel for this guy? Is it one of those like I'm gonna keep my mouth shut, not say anything type of? It's not my business, or I'm gonna tell the
And-
soonest person I can.
Give me a discipline roll or understand.
Gotcha. And
Listen, tell the first person around no.
Mm.
But like what he told you was like he's clearly a bit frightened of you. That was kind of bullshit.
at the very least, let me escort you to your rooms, sir. As she kind of fishes for a name here.
Yes, he'll say Casimir.
Casimir. If it's all right with you, I can escort you to your rooms.
Chuckle and nod nervously. Never been escorted by a lady before, but I suppose that's its first time.
I'm experiencing many firsts as well. We could share that in common.
Yeah, he'll begin walking tentatively. You'll follow along with him.
Give him my elbow. Let me escort you back to your room.
He will kind of glance at you a couple of times. I'm not sure if you're making eye contact with him.
Yeah, she's gonna not look at him too much because I feel like he's very nervous and frightened. At the very least, I could ask why exactly you are out at night. Most people are in their beds sleeping away.
Well, yes, but must you not know how this city has quite a lot to offer? There's truly a place where I've never seen so much entertainment options in one single location.
That is true. Your people here have much in the way of fun and all that. I've come to learn, well, some of it. Most of it seems to be, well, rather cloak in quietness and all that.
Such is the life, I suppose, around most noble estates. You're not from around here?
I am not from around here at all. I'm quite new, actually. I presume you are recent.
Arrived today. Earlier, well, I suppose yesterday by now, but yes, quite new.
Ah, then. You will see me around much then. You'll figure out quickly enough. I presume you can't see anything in the dark the way it is.
Oh, he's gonna shake his head.
Oh. My name is Hikmat. I'm a Fremen.
Ah, yes, I've heard rumors about one being here at court.
Well, it's your lucky night. We finally get a chance to meet.
Was that a very ominous statement, but true in this scenario?
most of your nobility seems to be either fascinated or quite disgusted by the conversation with the Fremen. You seem to be pleasant enough right now,
I
going
Oh.
by your reaction at the very least.
will admit I am a man of the people. Have to do something quite awful for Dusted, and well, it was my fault for startling you.
Oh. All is forgiven at the very least. I hope you can forgive me as well.
Nothing wrong.
I am still trying to learn the rules of etiquette, as they say. I presume bumping into a High Lord and all that is cause for concern.
I am no High Lord, nor am I a noble. I'm just a simple courtier.
Ah, I see then. Oh, at the very least, you're nice to talk to.
I get the compliment. Although I fear that you've seen many more people like me than I have seen of you.
That is true. I've been here a few days and met all manner of people, but they all seem to be cut from the same cloth. I think I stand out far too much.
Well, I suppose hopefully my cloth is a bit more smooth than the other ones.
Well, I hope so too as well. If it's not too much trouble, may I speak with you when the light, or in the morning at the very least?
Of course. I shall. Do you prefer wine, harder alcohol? Not exactly sure.
I will be sure to bring a gift.
Smile and nod.
Presume this is your room then?
He'll nod.
You have a pleasant night? Sweet dreams and all that?
I wish you the same. Take care.
She nods and watches him go to his room, presumably. And takes her leave. I don't think Scott asked her to report back, but like she's like, hey, so I'm not sure if it's a big deal, but
No, Scott is may not have been like he's like depressed mad. Sad, but like now he found the perfect target to vent his fury on. The poor Bennett Electro Master, he did nothing wrong. Showed up, gets immediately blamed, killed.
No, I'm pretty sure that you were doing something. You might be guilty. You might have been innocent of this crime, but there was another crime. I'll find it.
But yeah, no. Morning arrives. Not sure if there's anything.
I think I need to tell Scott.
Amelia has a job to do.
Well, who wants to go?
So, yeah.
That can go first.
I can go first, and I don't know. What's Jeff been doing?
No, it's true.
Jeff has fallen.
Oh,
No, I saw. Again, when you see he's away on Discord, that does mean he's actually fallen asleep.
oh damn, he is.
I desperately wanted to talk to Jeff, but I guess he's mysteriously missing from his office.
Find
No,
him snoozing.
but no, I will. I can go first, and yeah, I do have that task that was assigned to me.
Remind me, which one is this?
Scott basically gave me free reign
Ah, yes.
for the entire next day. Do whatever I will, do what I want or is required to
Yes.
find the fake fence if I can.
Yes. Now I suppose you could give me a discipline roll or understanding. Try and figure out if he's like still in the city. Maybe gain some information about where he was like operating out of. Also, deductive reasoning applies. Difficulty is 3.
Well, you said I could use discipline, right?
Yes.
Oh, Grunt, I will use one of my determination points and to apply it with duty. I'll do what has to be done and use cool under pressure. I'm succeeding at that.
Yes. Yeah, no, listen, you'll spend the early morning sort of coordinating several guards and agents to canvass the area. Eventually, you'll track down the brothel itself, as yeah, the proprietor will just, when presented with the situation, he will comply. And yeah, mentioned that the Lord Commander was there that night, but he left. And they don't know where he went this exactly, but at the very least, that gives you confirmation that was in 2 places at the same time. Might be useful as evidence later on. She will also mention that she was surprised, like it's not something he does. Like, it's not like he went there before, so she was just surprised to see him. But given the rumors about him, she never like questioned it too much.
All right.
But yeah, she'll confirm that she probably saw Hikmat and Marcos as well. But other than that, you are pretty sure this face dancer has either fled the city or is so underground that there's no real way to find him.
To be expected.
Yeah. Not sure if there's anything else you want to do early in the morning.
And if the trailers run cold, she'll compile what she's got to give to Scott.
Listen, as you're making your way to the palace, are you gonna leave informing Lord Hala towards the end, or?
I mean, I suppose if he's free, I'll meet with him at the earliest convenience.
Yeah, you'll ask, and one of his sort of agents, because he did come with a bit of escort. You'll meet with them as listen. Let's cut back, because somebody said something else earlier. Hikmat, you just visit Casimir first thing in the morning. Or is there anything else you want to do before that?
I think. Okay, go ahead.
Wow. I didn't know I was interrupting something.
God bless. I think. I'm gonna be honest, Grunt. I don't know if Hickman was made aware. They were supposed to keep quiet about not making sure no one sees that she kills that guy. Because I have a feeling she's just like, I didn't think I was supposed to do that.
There were no specifications. You can go to Scott and be like, okay, Scott, so somebody saw me last night. How bad is it? No, you weren't given any specifics. It was a bit too drunk and angry.
Yeah, I should tell Scott, hey, about that murder I did last night. I'm still fine with it, but there's a guy who saw me. Don't know if he's a big deal or not, but I feel like I should just let you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go visit him right now. I also need to steal wine from Scott's room to give it to him.
Can't believe. Yeah. Listen, you'll visit his sort of just, you literally wake him up as that woman does not know what time it is.
Yeah, the sun has just hit the sky, and so that means people should be moving, including you.
I think I get some alleviating circumstances.
Yes. Well, I've only come for two things. So once I'm done, you can go back and rest as you ought to do. One, the deed is done and all that, but someone had noticed me last night. Just wanted to let you know. Some of a courtier by the name of Casimir, or some such.
Names doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to make sure to let you know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know if there's more you need to guard. And two, I came to steal one of your good wines, so if you would excuse me.
I guess there's like some in the bottle left.
Thank you. Have a wonderful, early morning sleeping off your hangovers rest.
Celia's kind of like falls back in bed.
Yeah, she just skips out of there.
So yeah, listen, you're gonna, I suppose, go to Casimir's chambers. Knock on the door, and unlike Scott, he is already up. I wasn't sure if you were serious about last night.
Keeping one's word is important, at the very least, and I do wish to apologize. And I bought good wine.
So they begin drinking.
Well, it's either that or I feel like one of the things the people in the court seems to enjoy is wine. Was I wrong, or should I have brought in something else?
No, it's fine. Me particularly have a different tastes, but wine is good, especially the one they have here.
Yeah, then I have not made such a mess of the whole thing then.
So like smiles and nods as he's gonna like welcome you in. Oh, sure. This is the correct etiquette. I know very little about your people.
Well, you don't have to worry too much about that. I've been told it's confusing, rude, or can be taken the wrong way, so I'm mostly trying to learn how to do, the language of your people.
It is appreciated, but considering future, I believe it is best to expand my field of knowledge.
That is true. But I will not waste too much time at the very least to get the unpleasant stuff out the way. You saw me last night. That we both know.
I saw you chasing after me, but I'm not sure what you're implying with that.
Very well. Then, I at the very least, I'm trying to, understand and not cause too much of a mess here. Which is why I brought wine, and I have wanted to see if you will wish for good company at that, seeing as you are a newcomer and all that here.
Kind of like sits down and says, well, I don't think they'll need me for anything in the morning. I have probably the afternoon to... I'll have until the afternoons. So he will just begin asking questions if you're willing, unless you want to talk about a specific subject. Very
No.
general questions about Fremen and their way of life, any traditions, any habits. He'll ask you questions about your prophet. He seems very interested in the entire subject.
That's good. She would talk to her about that. Mostly keeping an eye on him, because she was like, man, you have to kill this guy. I'm going to make sure that it's going to be fine. And it seems to be everything's going to be fine as of right now. She's probably asking questions about what exactly he does, what he came here for.
I'll say, consider me a bookkeeper. I track records and make sure that nothing gets omitted.
One that keeps the lore and the traditions, then. That is a good admiral.
Suppose,
That is good.
though it's less virtuous than you make it sound. Much more boring.
Well, keeping things on record is usually boring for many people, but it is work that is important. It means things aren't forgotten so easily.
That is true. Listen, as the morning sort of kind of approaches noon, Amelia, you will be directed. As presumably you want to inform Lord Hala of any. How do you phrase your intention, people, so that they know kind of how to react?
Amelia wants to touch base with him about events on world.
They would say that one of the guards will say, Lord Hala is not available right now. We were told that unless it is an emergency, you should speak with his representative.
She'll nod.
Yeah, listen, they'll guide you to his chambers. Listen, once you're there, presumably you're gonna knock.
Knock.
Hikmat, you'll hear someone knocking. They'll kind of, excuse me. Yes, come in.
See, Amelia will knock. Will enter and says, "Listen, would have been much more in character for Amelia to say, well, I consider this an emergency, but I see the scene that was being set up." Amelia will step in and she'll say, "Oh, apologies. I was jotting something. Was told to come here. I wanted to. Was told that Lord Hala is not to be bothered unless it's an emergency."
Yes, he is in talks with Lady Vernius. Can I help you?
So she'll say, "I wanted to speak about events that have been happening on Azar. I'm I suppose you can call me the spy master in this court."
He'll kind of smile and nod. Yes, Lady Black, your reputation precedes you. My name is Casimir Novak. Pleasure to finally meet.
A pleasure.
Well, seeing as you two are, well, doing your proper whispering talks and all that, I think I should take my leave.
Well, I suppose, unless it sounds from the language that Lady Amelia is wanting to speak with Lord Hala. I'm not sure if it's information that are deemed for my ears.
Amelia will say, "Does relate to some troubling things I found. Yes."
She looks at you, Hikmat, and says, "There does seem to be a lot of trouble afoot at the palace."
Well, a lot of fun things happen here, I'll say for sure. You'll never get bored. Well, half bored.
Suddenly fear for my safety. So many people die in one night.
She just takes a drink.
So Amelia will just say, "Things do have a tendency to come to a head all at once, yes."
He takes the drink and says, well, at the very least, my lord did emphasize that aspect about this place. suppose is on me for not having complete faith. Professional defect, I'm sure you understand.
Samila will smile and she'll say, faith was not very much included in my training, so yes, I do understand, yes.
Oh, then maybe you'd like to sit with us. I am getting quite the many lessons on faith.
Amelia will nod as she'll say, Amelia will nod as she'll remain seated. The man I was looking for is underground anyways. He's probably already gone by now.
Well, you say man, but suppose there are still people in a way.
Man, in the colloquial sense, I am unfortunately quite unaware of what they have between their pants. I should say fortunately aware of what they, fortunately unaware of what they have.
My knowledge, they're able to mimic other people perfectly. So they would just be a personal choice, I suppose. I don't think they can choose much at all, so. Is their handler that decides, most likely.
That is a feature they do share with their rivals.
Have you ever heard the dream of Green Paradise? It glances at you, Hikmat.
Her ears are perked up.
Very recently heard about it.
It's fascinating as he looks out the window. Things we take for granted other people are willing to die for.
That it is, that they are.
He looks at you, Hikmat, and says, quite inspiring. Must demand quite a lot out of you.
It is a price we're all willing to pay. We have no qualms about that.
Well, I assure you that my lord intends to see that vision fulfilled. May seem a bit cold, but does care a lot.
Oh, at the very least, it's good to know. I have said it before, but friends are better than enemies in the long run. And just because it is a dream that every Fremen has doesn't mean that others cannot share in it. Deep is from the skies, after all.
It is true. If I doesn't seem too rude, I will go and check on my lord's meeting progress, and I should be back in short time. So get up, slink away.
Samila will look to Hikmat. More proselytizing.
At the very least, he asked many questions. I did not even have to start the conversation. I was looking for a good company and to ensure that he would, ensure he would be more friend than foe. It seems to have worked out.
Just imagine he learned quite a bit about you as well.
Probably a great deal. You can learn much and I learn much from a person when I fight them. It seems there are other ways to learn about a person as well through words.
That is the way.
I will be honest with you, Amalia. I do not wish to cause trouble for much of your people here. But I have, well, your lord has asked me to do many things. And I've done so last night when he stumbled across it. I killed, what was his name? The Monster Maker, I believe.
The master.
Yes.
No. I suppose it's good enough I found the brothel you were at, which means I do have confirmation of the Lord being in two places at once. It's not ironclad, but if questions are asked, it's enough. People don't trust them anyways. Especially not here.
That's true. Well, no matter what happens, I do wish to give you my sympathies. I don't presume this is a scenario that you would ever want to be in, from what you have told me of your war and the battle that came with it.
So you'd be wrong. I suppose you're correct and wrong. Yes, I suppose I had hoped nothing would ever happen, that we'd continue on, but that never happens. That wouldn't happen here, wouldn't happen in any other world. Peace is not something that is kept idly, and in this place right now, I know my enemies. I have an idea of their assets. I have an idea of others on the board. I much prefer to be here than to be blind.
That's a good thought to have. It's smart, too. In battle, eyes always open. Prepare for what's to come. No battle is gentle, and no battle will give you time to prepare anyway.
I suppose they won't.
If nothing else, when your war and battle comes, I believe you will cause terror in their hearts, and they will understand why it is best not to creep across you or your home.
If I do my job right, no. If I do my job right, only a handful of people will ever realize I ever existed. If I do everything right, and it all goes well according to plan, in a few decades, nobody will even know I existed.
Well, we lay a foundation for those who will come after us.
She'll nod. Originally, the network I worked for was pulled by a man named Dennis. After he died, it was Dorian. When Dorian dies, it will be someone else. So on and so on. Imagine some of them will be remembered, some of them won't be.
Your people will be all the better for it in the long run, for all the sacrifices and the battles you fought for them. You are a protector. You may not wield steel the same way as I do, but I can see that you are a warrior yet.
She'll just give a nod.
Thinking, by the dogs he has been.
Yeah, it's been pissing and shitting.
Dad, I'm so sorry. I spilled the secret. I'm so sorry. I want to apologize now.
No, honestly, this is really this works good, and I think honestly in the long run it's better. Not to mention it Amelia gets to immediately reveal. Yeah, Scott, I found out 2 hours ago.
That's also true,
I-
yeah.
I did not hold on to this for like months or years. I found out 2 hours ago when she tried to kill me with it.
That's also true. You were very much very close to being killed. I was kind of hoping to see Jeff show up, but I think Mac is really sleepy.
No, he's asleep. He's asleep.
Ah. I'm happy I don't have to kill this old man. I'm gonna be honest, I was gonna be feeling really bummed about it.
You say old man, but let me take a look at this NPC.
Sorry, this handsome daddy over here.
This man is like in his 40s, Red. What do you like? This man is not old. He's in his 40s.
This handsome dad bod over here. I didn't want to take him out.
I'm defending your NPCs. Red is calling this an old man, and I think he looks like 40.
Not even 40. He's like 38 or something. He's like late 30s. Listen, just because you have a bit of white hair doesn't make you fucking.
I apologize.
I feel like, you know what makes you old, Red? You're giving me examples from your childhood that are like fucking 80s and 90s. That makes you old.
Listen, don't worry, Grunt. I called your daddy.
Damn, that you cut out in a very interesting thing, I suppose. Which I will have to quote now. I'm sorry, Red. You must suffer for this. Literally what I heard.
Oh, so much MVCs. That still works too.
But yes, as eventually he'll come back shortly and he'll say, it seems that their meeting has concluded. In fact, you would both accompany me. I'll get you to speak to Lord Hala.
I could bring the wine.
They're not much on drinks. You can bring it for yourself, though, if you wish.
She will do so.
Fortunately, you're about to join the nerd club. There's no drinking in the morning for these schemers.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, you're in a room of people who don't drink, and Amelia, who usually only drinks to keep up the appearances of a noble court. She does not usually drink on private time.
What does she have now? Everything's been taken from her.
But yeah, listen, you both, Novak will take you to the meeting room where Lady Vernius and Lord Hala were discussing. As once you're inside, you'll see both of them. It's kind of Peter will give you like a nod of acknowledgement as Vernius will smile and say, "Morning. I hope you bring some good news."
I hope that I do, Lord Hala.
Remains to be seen.
Now listen, Grant. Let's be honest with this guy. Not lie about anything.
Yes.
Let me put this on the table here, because otherwise I will have to speak for a very long time. Amelia is telling him everything, yes.
Okay. Yeah, you'll relate to everything. The death of Hikmat, you'll also now hear how she actually died and proper details about everything. About Cassia's confession, about their conspiracy, everything. You'll listen. Say, it is about as not the worst. A bit better than I expected, actually. I am a bit surprised at Cassia's turnaround. When I arrived here, I was sure that I would have to confront both of them. It seems, though, that the desire for freedom may have motivated her just enough. I believe your machinations tying her to Dorian also helped quite a lot.
Amelia will say. It seems she had her disagreements for quite a while, but she was certain that leaving meant death, either at the hands of the Sisterhood or at the hands of its enemies.
Quite so. Suppose the death of the Benetalaxio is, well, quite justified. Luckily, with the evidence you have, they probably won't give us anything in return, but well, it's gonna be useful. What's about to come next? As May will speak up and say, decided that instead of letting war be brought here, bring war to the others.
Amelia will nod.
News about Atea's death, Benetalaxio, and everything is confined to this castle. Which means if we move fast enough, we will be able to deploy troops, win a civil war. As Peter will say, have used some of the leverage I have. Spacing Guild has agreed to provide transport. There is a plan to send a large contingent of forces here on X, supporting Lady Vernius. $10,000 troops to be. As that's a big fucking number for like a transport. That's an insane number.
Quite the contacts you've called on.
Being friends with the new emperor has its sides. Spacing Guild is desperate, and they are not really happy with certain demands of the newly formed Ixian Confederation. Federation that is planning on seizing power on that planet. As May will speak up, power that could be seized by someone with more friendly intentions. Normally,
That would
such a. Sorry, go on.
Amelia was like, that would certainly be a good thing.
Now, here's where you come in. I know the situation here is quite dense. You must speak with him. Must help him move past this tragedy quite quickly. He is to be married soon. I will not have my future husband behave like this.
She'll nod as she'll say. She'll actually say, no, I'll speak with him. I will admit I do not think he'll personally take to my words, but she'll actually look at Hikmat. Believe I can support the arguments another would make.
Ah, I understand.
No, he does find me, unless something has changed quite rapidly, he does find me distasteful.
She'll chuckle. Yes, but like a child, he needs to grow up eventually. Up until now, he's been allowed to indulge in his desires with well, not too much care about his responsibilities. As like Peter just kind of like just like puts a hand slowly on her arm at the table and says, "Now, has been doing after all, does best. I've already I told you that he is not a man of wisdom, great intellect. His honesty and spirit, those are qualities which should not be disregarded, especially not when one is leading armies into battle." He'll turn back to you two. Here is now dead wife. Had time to put agents, create influence. In fact, it is my concern that the elite warriors of this planet, the Windswords, might quite loyal. At the very least, there may be other generals, captains, who have mixed loyalties, so they shall be deployed in battle. They shall die in battle. Find them lacking. There is another part you must play. Situation here on the planet is still unstable. You cut off the head of the snake. Unfortunately, the body may still crash around, causing problems. Lady Cassia has taken steps to move some of the enemy's assets, marrying the Helheim girl, your treasury advisor. Deeply wound their pride, but limit some of their potential moves. Not to mention seizing some of their assets within Chome, putting them through audits. That will buy you enough time to move around until they can retaliate properly. With the Emperor busy, a lot more firepower is on the table. And House Elios is new on the scene. They lack the development, weapon capabilities that other great houses have. So, hence why they should support Lady Vernius's attempt to seize power. An alliance is made between Ix and Azhar. Their people have the capabilities. You have the manpower. Will benefit you both greatly. You must persuade 2 other major military forces on your planet to make sure they are on your side. Otherwise they might seize this opportunity, rise up, and we do not want that.
Simula will say, it was, well, technically planned for me to go to speak with House Otorius. Well, things came up, plans got delayed. Somebody did try to frame them for the events at Lumen.
You'll nod.
I understand what I must do. I'll talk with the old commander and...
I would
Okay.
permit one last piece of advice. Lord Commander's relationship with the Lady Draco, well, was quite a bit of controversy. So, speak with him about that. If you can gain any insight, and trust your instincts, not your eyes.
Smealy will nod.
He'll kind of like look at you, Ekmat, and he'll say, "You are here sent as a envoy of the Emperor, are you not?
I am.
Then everyone in this room serves his interests. I was hoping you offer your assistance in this matter."
I will to the best of my abilities.
Thank you. Don't stand up. Must prepare for a different journey now. I leave things in care here. My advisor, Casimir, be my representative in my absence. Speak with him if you need anything.
Understood.
Oh, nod and listen, you'll go. Now I'll say this. He kind of takes his leave from the room. You can give me both of you can give me a discipline roll. Only one difficult. Observe applies.
Let's see. I think I'll go with my.
Listen, Hikmat. Makes sense. You would probably notice this a bit more than Amelia. Hikmat, he's moving very quiet.
He is. He's very quiet. I assume with all that armor on his body too.
Yeah, it's well, it's only the mask. He doesn't have like other. It's just mask that's made out of metal like alloy. But no, like his movements are so. You think about it, Hikmat. Damn, if this guy was skulking about that night, very hard to notice.
He would be. He would be. She doesn't say anything,
That's
but
a good
she
thing.
takes note of that.
It's a good thing you caught the spy, which was advisor. Very good thing. That guy
Absolutely, I'm
wasn't
sure.
quiet. That guy's not quiet at all. It's actually very noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, sometimes the Fremen lure in smugglers or any other undesirables. Would just kind of leave like a very thin layer of spice kind of on the ground, tricking observers into thinking that there's more underneath. Very easy to catch people's eyes if you have something to look at.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
she's getting the feeling of that.
Yes, as he leaves, May will say, I will let you deliver the news. I have some of business of my own. Can speak at a later date if there's anything else you need.
Not at the moment, no.
Yeah, listen, she'll take her leave as Casimir looks at the two of you, says, well, it'll be a pleasure working with the both of you.
It'll be a fun time indeed. More trouble in, well, not boredom, I presume, as well.
Oh, no. I assure you, my lord only gives you difficult but interesting tasks.
She nods.
He will also take his leave. Unless there's something else you want to tell him.
Not that I can think of for Hickmek.
Not sure if there's any
Nothing.
not sure if there's any conversations between you two. Take your leave as well. Go speak with Force Commander.
I think Hickmek will look at Amalia and says, well, how do we wish to deliver the, well, I presume happy news, but we both know what it is.
Directly. We won't dance around it, and when he... Afterwards we can deploy the arguments.
Very well then. I'm sure there'll be more drinks to be had. She gets up as well. Shall we?
Yeah, let's go. Be honest. This is exciting. I never thought I'd serve an emperor.
We all have our place in the grand scheme.
I suppose I can put that on the resume later. If this all goes wrong, I have to flee.
Mac, are you awake? I see your Discord is green.
Ah, fuck. I totally woke.
What the fuck?
There is some. Listen, since you're here, I can give you stuff to do. There's people who want to speak with you.
The
Tom
attempt on the attempt on my life has left me weak and frail than that I expected.
Listen, there will be a knock at your door quite early in the morning, rousing you from your slumber.
This we call accurate bleeding.
As she won't actually wait for you to reply. She'll just open the door as Cassia walks in.
Good morning, Lady Orpheus.
Morning to you. Apologize to disturb you, but I've had a long night and I don't have time to wait. I need to inform you of the ongoings and prepare you for your next assignment.
I know. Alright then. What is it?
Well, let's just say the situation has evolved in such a way that, well, you are you have been specifically requested to manage certain budgets regarding our military.
I shall not. I see.
This won't be a simple matter, and won't be for our current military. No, I suggest you brush up on your knowledge of warfare costs, troop transports, and other such matters.
Actually, let's go wide. What you talking? The style of warfare? Was that the implication I got from this, basically? Correct?
Yes, I mean, unless they plan on starting a war here on the planet, then
Yeah, no, yeah, basically.
Honestly, you being asleep for the past hour makes this actual, real, genuine reaction.
kind of blankly staring at this, like, what? Joel nods and says, "Yes, there will be some events have been put in motion. You will be made to work for that noble position." Victoria is to be your underling for this. I will inform her of this and she will answer to you directly. This will give both of you a chance to get to know each other and will allow you to establish your authority. Otherwise, she will have you assassinated within the year. She has to either fear you or care for you. I think the second one is much harder, but I'll leave you options.
I will not. I'll try. I'll show. I do care quite greatly for my life, and it's nothing. All right. Time to read books on. Time to read up on Spacing Guild regulations.
That part has been handled. But the troops will need financing, they will need someone to manage the budgets, allocate rations, weapons, manage maintenance costs, organize supply chains.
Yes or not? Listen, during the reconstruction, I've organized. I suppose I did organize large columns of workers, movement of people. I suppose we just changed the scales a bit.
You are not to breathe a word of this anyone. The reason I am approaching you is because we are partners in this. And selling me out, well, lose you the privileges and potential status for nobility.
Of course, but naturally, this will be kept under wraps.
She'll nod. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
No, I do believe there will be everything. The rest, I think, it's up to me as you look back to the room.
For what it's worth, you should be happy you made such a good choice.
Oh no, I am. Nothing in life comes for free.
She'll smile and says, allying with my cousin would have been a lethal for you right now.
That's like Black Sabbath. Like you quickly listen. Luckily, Chef is waking up. He has like a sex discipline and composure focus. So you quickly like shake his head slightly. I see. Well, nothing in life comes without risk, and I think I'll be able to manage.
Good. She'll turn around and take her leave. That's good. Why don't you give me a roll?
What kind of world?
Well, kind of get on.
Yes.
Awkward, difficult. Well, say this. It is difficult for roll with your and using finance. Have one momentum to
All right. So time to press all the buttons here. 1, determination. Bam. Momentum spent. Bam. How much threat do I spend? I'll spend 3 threat to buy 2 dice. Well, bam. And I assume finance applies to this as
yes.
listen, this may not be the ones he's used to, but negotiating supply contracts for large quantities of food, especially
Fire all guns.
bam. All right, all buttons have been pressed. 5 dice with a focus. I assume I think power fits. Okay, let's see here.
Go.
Not a single focus besides the fucking determination. Damn.
Fucking
They're
6
all
successes.
successes.
Oh. Dude,
That's true.
I only got all successes. No crits. All right, biblical fucking greed over here.
Yeah, no, listen. After all, Jeff, you are the moneymaker. There is no challenge you will not accept. There is no calling you will not answer.
But there is a coin though you need to do. Just figure out Victoria. That's a different quest. That's a
Listen, when the army marches, I'm sure you'll have time to speak with her.
his life that's dependent, as Cassie actually pointed out.
I have a lot of threats. I have a lot of.
You should spend it, yes.
Listen, I'll spend 9 threat. Hit you with the fucking nuke.
My face, ow.
Listen, you're you are rushing the Scots chambers, right? I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, There is a one of the guards will approach you, kind of stop you on the hallway and says, "My lady, there is an urgent message delivered from Lord Vodnik." As he hands you the scroll.
Thank you. And yeah, she'll keep going. Yeah, she'll read it, but she'll keep going as she's reading it.
As listen, it's not a very short, not very long message. And it's written. Well, listen, Alex is not a very subtle man, so this is the best subtlety he can exert. It says, "She's missing."